I'm Dr. Greg Gormley at Highland Veterinary Clinic, Evansville, Indiana. And we just wanted to have a chance to talk with you a little bit and show you our clinic and talk about the placement of the clinic in Evansville and what Evansville is like. This practice has been here after I got out of veterinary school. I came down to Evansville. I actually found a place that I thought a small animal clinic would be a good addition to the community, and so far it's worked out pretty well.
At Highland Veterinary Clinic, our mission statement is compassionate, innovative, accessible care founded in a tradition of excellence, serving pets, families, our community, and our team members, primarily in service of the human and animal bond. And what that is the human-animal bond is the relationship developed between a person or group of people and an animal, where the relationship emotionally, mentally, and even physically is mutually beneficial for both parties.
So I think one thing that's been really big recently is implementing low stress handling and veterinary medicine in general. And I think they've done a really good job of incorporating that into the practice. That wasn't something that was taught, many years ago, but it's become more important now, which is awesome because it definitely helps the animals, when they come in here and they're not as stressed, they feel better. They're less likely to contract disease when they're not stressed. So I think they've done a really good job in, taking those low stress handling techniques and implementing them into the practice, just to overall help the animals. And it helps the people too. The owners are less stressed, and we are less stressed as co-workers and as veterinary professionals, and the animals are less stressed, which ultimately is what we're here for, is to help them get the best medicine while feeling their best, and if they're not stressed out, and they feel a lot better, and that's our goal.
This place has been amazing. I came here from a corporate setting, and this place has just made it so much easier to transition to a new clinic. The clients were very accepting. The staff was super accepting of me. They asked me, is there things you need? Is there things we need to do? Or are there things that you're not getting that you need to have to be comfortable to practice? When I don't know how to do something, they're there to help. I know lots of friends who have went into other practices that they kind of get left high and dry, and that's not happened here to me. Other things to think about when you're going to a new practice, if you haven't been to a new practice, is, who are you working with? How many staff do you have? And, this place, everyone knows how to do everything. Everybody is cross-trained. You don't have those people who, I only do this. Everybody here knows how to do everything, whether that be surgery or working rooms or things like that. That's nice to know that you have someone that has your back just as well as they have the customer's back. And the standard of care here is amazing. We have lots of resources here and outside to help us out, whether that be the emergency clinic, the specialist, other clinics to help us out as far as resources, and that's been nice as well.
We do a lot of in-house labs here, and that was a great experience on my externship to learn how to do that. And like I said, I've been into a couple other clinics here in Evansville and out of state, and a lot of them don't do in-clinic. A lot of them send it off and kind of let people do the work, but I like having instant results here, and I think that's really something every technician should know how to do.
So actually, I think working here at Highland helped me get my license and get prepared for how a veterinary clinic really works, as opposed to just studying by myself. I was really glad when they hired me on, and even just before my externship ended. The camaraderie among all of us, it helps. There's days we disagree with one another, and that happens, but I know I can trust them. I don't have to be too afraid to ask questions.
To see all of these things firsthand is much more easy to stick in my head than reading it in a book or learning about it in a classroom.
I kind of got to get in the habit of thinking like an actual doctor, and what I would want to do, what protocols would I want to use, and then of course we would check it with the vet on staff. But it was a really good exercise in actually transitioning from being in the classroom and learning all the information, and you're thinking, okay, yeah, I know how to do this. Sure, I can diagnose this. This is what I would do. But actually transitioning to, okay, here's a case, what are you going to do about it? And so you get to, it's like, kind of hit it once, like, oh, I'm the doctor, like I got to think how I would do this, why I would do this, and they'd give you that confidence and that freedom to act like the doctor, but you still have the security of having, your mentor, Dr. Gormley in this case, that would say, yes, this is right, or no, this isn't what I would do, this is why I wouldn't do it, and, kind of learning that way too.
There's a large pet population who could benefit from people who are from a veterinarian who's either specializing in preventative care and wants to remain in general practice, or who wants to expand, learn, and grow and build a specialty practice. So that sort of hybridization is certainly not off the table. We are hoping that that person who would come on board here either as a veterinarian or as a technician would want to be a part of a team, because we often come together, and what a experienced vet assistant recommends, what an experienced veterinarian recommends, what a new fresh out of school veterinarian recommends. Any of those things may be key to that pet's process. A sense of humor is extremely important, as is work-life balance, and we help a lot with that. I hope to see our staff and the diversity of our staff increase across gender lines, racial lines, identity lines, because our clients are also diverse, and I think our clients feel welcome here. My parents have always taught us to be responsible for our place in the community, and to foster civic leadership, and to make sure that we are building the kind of community that we want to raise our kids in, which is welcoming, inclusive, and diverse.
Is such a close-knit group of people who genuinely care about what's going on with the patients they see, the people we see. We've had people who have come here so long, we know a bit about their human family as well as their pet family, and it's just such a nice close-knit group. People have taken pets home before to try and work with critical care. Almost all of us have a pet that was seen through here that was a rescue.
At work, we're not serious all the time. We're always joking, and it's actually a very fun environment to be able to work with people like that, because you don't just come in and do your job and clock out and go home. You come in, you're with your friends and family, you're with clients that you see on a regular basis, you're taking care of their pets that they trust you to care for, and at the end of the day, when you leave to go home, you're not like, oh, I'm so glad to get out of here. You're actually excited that, today's been a good day. I've been with people all day long that care about me and that I care about, and I've done this and this and this for so-and-so's pets, and it's very rewarding.
We're progressive in trying to see trends before they hit Evansville. We tend to get on to new things right away.
I think Highland does a really good job of integrating new medicine with old medicine. They're always very innovative and always looking for new medicine to bring into the practice to keep it up to standards with some of the new things that they're teaching us and coming out with in the veterinary world, and while also keeping in touch with the old medicine that still works and is still applicable and still is very good medicine, while also thinking of new ways to help our patients and improve their quality of care.
And I'm proud of our accessibility to animals in the community who are underserved, and animals who would not be able to receive services otherwise. So I think it was 2013, sort of as my thesis into getting into practice management, we developed a hybrid shelter rescue model.
Giving back to the community, something we owe for being able to finally make it, have a good practice. You always have to give back. And so that's what we do. We feel it's really, really important to us.
When you come here, it's a fairly easygoing atmosphere to where people should feel comfortable asking questions or, you know, letting us know what they feel they would like to pursue, not pursue, or how they feel they can best help their pet at this point in time. And we're really understanding of that.
It's a scary thing for people to come in here with a problem because, oh my gosh, I love this pet. Am I going to be able to afford it? And so that's our job up there, is to try and juggle around and figure out how can we get this done.
I think that the thing that as a veterinary practitioner looking for a new location, you've got to think not just of the clinic, because that's going to be part of your life, but the other part of your life is going to be involved in the community supporting the clinic.
A lot of companies have seen our area as a fantastic growth model, and I'll tell you why. We're a test market. We see a lot of new things come through here because if it plays in Evansville, it'll play anywhere. So that has led to a lot of innovation for a metropolitan area our size, with a low cost of living as well. It's a great place to raise a family. It's a great place to pay off your student loan debt. And it's a great place to be part of a smaller community with a larger town feel, with a lot of great amenities.
It's big enough to have things come, attractions come, but small enough to be able to get around very easily. It is known as a family-friendly place, that's for sure. There's a lot that engages with kids, but what is nice is that they have started expanding for singles, young couples, and things so that it's integrated towards more people than just families. And that's been a nice change over time.
I worked for 25 years at a major financial institution here, and two of our challenges when recruiting people was to get them to come, and then if we ever needed to transfer them out, they never wanted to leave once they got here. You know, we would bring lawyers into the financial institution where I worked, and we had one that came from the East Coast, and he was complaining about you know, that we didn't have this and we didn't have this, and I just took the opportunity to explain to him that just because you don't know about it doesn't mean it's not here, number one, and number two, if it's not here, jump in, you know, get it started. I'm sure you'll have people that'll jump at the opportunity to participate. So
if they're going to work down here, we want them to join in the community and be a part of it, and make their way to get their name associated with the work that our clinic does and